This is a warning. This is a warning to Israel, our people. The Kenyan president is telling his people to get rid of the US dollar. He's saying we only have weeks. Okay. He just came from the African summit. I think they had an African summit here recently. So this is just a heads up. Listen up.
People who work numbers, I am giving you free advice that those of you who are holding dollars, you surely might go into losses. You better do what you must do, because this market is going to be different in a couple of weeks. People who work numbers, I am giving you free advice that those of you who are holding dollars, you surely might go into losses. You better do what you must do, because this market is going to be different in a couple of weeks.
Game is over. Okay. All right. All the world is turning against America, Babylon the Great. Okay. And they're going with different currencies. Okay. They're going with the digital yuan. They're going with China and Russia. And it says here Kenya signs deal with Saudi Arabia and UAE to buy oil with Kenyan shillings instead of US dollars. So that's another dagger. And that's probably the reason why he said what he said, that we had weeks, because we no longer have no petrodollar. Okay, so we got weeks before the total collapse. Okay. The other nations are celebrating right now. Okay. They are celebrating. Isaiah 14:1. The Lord has broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continuous stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger, is persecuted, and none hindereth. So that's what's coming for America, Babylon the Great, real soon. Nobody is going to care. They're not going to come to our aid when we go down and when we sink into oblivion as a third world country. Okay. This is what's interesting. Verse 7, the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. So that's what the other nations are doing right now. They're celebrating. You know, they're celebrating all around the world that America is falling. They can now do business in another currency. They don't have to worry about being sanctioned or by America. All right. Verses 11. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of the vows. The worm is spread unto thee, that debt, and worms cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? Lucifer being the light bearers, okay, the illuminated ones, which are the international bankers, okay, that pretty much own America. All right. Son of the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations with sanctions and war. Okay. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I was up my throne above the stars, above the Israelites. Okay. Of the Most High, I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. You know, ruling. They rule from America, NATO, and the EU. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Okay. And the Lord is saying this, what's going to happen, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, okay, with their superior army, NATO and America, and by having the petrodollar, which they used as a the currency as terrorism against other countries. If you stepped out of line, they would stop you from being able to use that petrodollar. That made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners. Okay. Right now they're destroying the cities with explosions all over the place, chemicals, disasters. They just poisoned the rivers, some rivers over there in Philadelphia. Okay, they just poisoned rivers over there in Philadelphia. They're blowing up stuff all over the place. They just blew up a factory in Philadelphia as well. All right. Okay, today is March 27th, but it was a couple days ago that this happened. But yes, it's going down. Okay, they're destroying. They're bringing an end to America. They're gonna bring in their digital currency, draconian laws, in which unrighteous decrees will be made. Okay, they want to come in with 15-minute cities and so forth. Okay, in order to enslave the people. All right. Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Okay, as you can see, that's what's getting ready to happen in the earth. Great mourning. Okay, when this goes down, because a lot of people are going to be caught off guard. Okay, as the Lord said, this was going to go down suddenly. All right, let's see, can I find this here? Second Ezra 16-17. Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, victuals shall be good cheap upon the earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. You can see that starting to happen with these, again, the explosions, the disasters, catastrophic events, you know, with trains, chemical spills, and so forth. You know, the train derailments. All right. Verse 22, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape hunger shall the sword destroy. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. So that's future prophecies that's going to come to pass. Okay. Verse 37, 2 Ezra 16:37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh, and are not slack, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her great pains compass her womb, which pains when a child comes forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. Verses 40. O my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. So the Lord is telling you things are going to get so bad, you're going to have to grab your backpack and your tent or whatever you have available and get the hell out of Dodge. You're not going to be able to stay in your own home, because all hell's going to break out. Verse 41. He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose. He that occupieth merchandise as he that had no profit by it, and he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein. He that soweth as if he should not reap, so also he that planteth the vineyard as he that shall not gather the grapes. They that marry as they that shall get no children, and they that marry not as widowers. And therefore they that labor in vain, And this is the reason. For strangers shall reap their fruits and spoil their goods, overthrow their houses, and take their children captives. For in captivity and famine shall they get children. So these are the things that are going to come, that are prophesied to happen, you know. And it's going to be because of great tribulation and lack of food and bread. And the people are going to, they're going to steal all the food from the stores once the economy crashes. Okay, that's the first thing they're going to do. They're going to steal the food out of the stores. All right, so then after they can't get food from the stores anymore, they're going to come to your house. Okay, and they that occupied their merchandise, verse 47, with robbery, the more they deck their cities, their houses, their possessions, and their own persons, the more will I be angry with them for their sins, saith the Lord. Okay, so what the Lord is saying is, if you're still putting hope in this society, you're still going out and decking your houses and stuff, he's telling you that all hell's going to break loose and you're not going to hold on to nothing. That's what he's really basically telling you. He said you're going to have to be as pilgrims in the earth. Okay, that's how bad it's going to get. So you gotta get your mind right. All right, at this time. 2 Esdras 14 and 14. And it reads, let go from thee mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. Okay, so that's the mindset we need to have, you know, because America is done. All right. So with that, I say all praises to Yahweh, all praises to Yahweh Shai, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and shalom to the believers, and double honors to the elders at Great Millstone. Shalom.